This is Coco from the Coco and Lefty Show, episode 23, part 1. The good news this week is that the Olympic Games ended peaceably, and we won't have to build a USA-Canada border wall, although it would have provided much-needed jobs for our economy and blocked Sarah Palin's view of Russia. A friend who is a bobsled coach sent me this photo of the training session for the Israeli three-man team.
They couldn't get a fourth man.
But enough of this levity. There are seemingly terrible happenings in the world. Earthquakes in different places, floods, shifting of tectonic plates, drastic climate changes, melting glaciers, and unusual snowstorms, wars, starvation in many African nations. It seems like much more than coincidence, but it would be arrogant of me to suggest that. Lefty and I have a number of already prepared scripts, but something of vital import has arisen, and Dr. Lefty suggests that we change our usual format and make shorter segments to make clear the nature of this hopefully successful event, and learning to use our webcam to film this experiment. But let's let Lefty explain what he has learned and what he will be up to.
Well, in the early 1980s, several green monk parrots, scientific name Myosidomunchus, this is the green parrot, were brought in as pets on a Brazilian air cargo plane at JFK and escaped. These mountain birds settled in comfortably among the Connecticut shoreline towns from Fairfield to New London. In the 1990s, an avian killer virus destroyed the entire population of the Brazilian monk parrot in South America. The Connecticut green parrots propagated rapidly and soon became pests, competing with native species for food and building nests of great size and weight on utility poles and electric grids, causing telephone outages and power outages. That was a great problem to the shoreline defense contractors Sikorsky and Stratford and the nuclear submarine base and electric boat company in New London, Connecticut. Government contractors convinced local utility companies to euthanize the parrots. Naturally, there was a to-do with the local Audubon Society, but in the end, as always, the government won out, destroying every last parrot, as they euphemistically described it, humanely. They set up mini gas chambers at all the nesting sites and destroyed every last member of the species. But let me stop here and inject a bit of humor from Cousin Marvin the dentist. A guy took a parish priest on a hunting trip for a wild turkey just before Thanksgiving. Near the end of the day, the priest shot a really huge bird, and the guide, hauling the bird back to his truck, said, "This is the biggest son of a bitch I've ever seen." "Son, I'm a priest, so please watch your language." The guide said, "No, Father, that's what this species of giant turkeys are called, big son of a bitches." The priest said, "Well, what shall I do with it?" "Why, eat it, of course, for Thanksgiving. You've never tasted anything as good as a son of a bitch." Well, the priest loaded his gear in his prize bird and headed home to the rectory. Sister Mary asked about his trip, and he said, "Look at this big son of a bitch I shot." Sister Mary gasped and clutched her rosary and said, "Oh, Father, your language." "It's okay, sister. That's the kind of bird it is. A big son of a bitch." Sister Mary informed the priest that a new bishop was coming to the parish and that she would clean the son of a bitch and prepare for the Thanksgiving dinner with the bishop. The friar walked in and asked what she was doing, and she told him that she was cleaning the son of a bitch. The friar said, "Sister, I can see that you're upset. Let me help. You shouldn't use such language." And she said, No, that's what it's called." "Really?" said the friar. "Well, I'll prepare a great dinner, and that big son of a bitch will be the main course." Well, the bishop came for Thanksgiving dinner, and everything was perfect. A fine wine and the bird excellent. He said, "This is a marvelous turkey. Where did you get it?" "I shot that son of a bitch," said the parish priest. "And I cleaned that son of a bitch," said Sister Mary. And the friar said, "I prepared that son of a bitch using a special recipe." The new bishop looked at them all with a smile and he said, "You friggin' guys are my kind of people."
And so until the further evolution of the story, bye-bye for a while.
So long, everybody. See you.